Okay. Okay. In today's video, we're going to be comparing the SM58 against the Rode NT2A. The SM58 is not going to be the mic we are using to record. We're going to use the SM57, but these mics are very similar, so we're using this one as a stand-in today.
Okay, so this is a Rode NT2A. It is a very high quality condenser microphone, which means it picks up almost any noise that is audible in any room. It's very versatile, can be used for vocals, drums for a room mic if you want, a guitar amp if you really want. It can pick up very good fine details for any one of those. It's mainly used for vocals because vocals are known for having quite fine details. Yeah, it's quite expensive, but you get what you pay for because it's quite.
How much is it?
Don't know.
Do you want me to go?
The Rode NT2A.
We can discuss that later.
It costs £300. Rode NT2A.
Okay, take it away.
Just to carry on from what Izzy was saying, also it comes with a set of different polar patterns that you can use on the Rode NT2A.
Hang on.
On the front of the mic, there's different switches that you can change the polar pattern from a 360 pattern, which you'd use for like a room mic for a band recording, to more of a straightforward polar pattern, which you would sing directly into, so it picks up one voice. These polar patterns would also be used in places like a choir, possibly. If you wanted to record vocals, everyone can stand around the mic, or you can hang the mics over the top of the choir. Okay, on to the SM58, or well, 7 too. So this microphone's a dynamic microphone. It means it's not as sensitive as the condenser microphones. It's got a bit of a stronger diaphragm. You'd use this kind of microphone for something more like live performance, as it doesn't give a crisp sound, but it also doesn't give feedback from the speakers and the amps on stage. You could use this microphone to mic up amps and like guitars on stage. Well, this microphone is also a lot cheaper, so it's easier to get in mass productions and venues. It also gives more of a like, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit more of a like distorted kind of sound. So in our actual recording, we've done our main vocals with Elsa on the Rode NT2A, as it gives a very like crisp studio sound. And we will be using the SM57 for more of our screams and distorted vocals, as we're doing a more like metal song, I should say, yeah. So we want more of that like dirty kind of like distorted gritty sound
without using any digital effects.
And we want to get it as like gritty as we can in the studio. So that's what this mic could be good for, as it gives that like, I want to say less professional.
Yeah,
it's more of a less professional
easier to
sound.
manipulate it in a way, like you can cut back one and like put stuff over it.
But yeah, this microphone's very popular for live performance, as it's quite robust. You can drop it, you can throw it around, and it doesn't give you that feedback on stage. So although it doesn't give that crisp studio sound on stage, it gives a really like straightforward, punchy sound. So everything we've got to say about the mics?
Yeah. Pros and cons?
For
each of them. A con for this would probably just be costs. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, but it was quite expensive.
We couldn't afford it, basically.
Yeah, we can't afford it. It ain't cheap.
Yeah.
But the pros are it just is good.
It's a good studio sound.
It's high quality.
The polar pattern
it's
get multiple, so it's got multiple uses really.
Yeah.
Pros for this mic, like I said, robust, stronger diaphragm, can use in live settings, can use to mic up amps on stage.
And miking up amps in general, because you use them, we use them.
Cons for this mic is you don't get as good audio quality. Another pro is that it's cheaper by a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, cons is audio quality. Well, it hasn't got the polar pattern use that you have on the Rode NT2A, so you can only really use it for straightforward singing into the top.
It doesn't pick up fine detail.
Yeah, it doesn't pick up fine detail, so you wouldn't really record like acoustic guitar on it, or like really like quiet vocals. This is more for like louder instruments.
At the same time, with most of those cons, they can be seen as pros in a way, depending on what sound you want.
Depends on how you view it, really. So both mics have their merits and both mics have their drawbacks, but it's really depending on what you want to use it for. But both mics, I'd say, are very recommended, especially since they can be used. This one can be used in both a recording and performance setting, whereas the Rode NT2A can only be really used in a recording setting. But if that's what you're looking for with that crisp sound, it's definitely worth it.
Thanks for watching our
Thank
gear
you.
review. Love you.
Back with Dad.
Subscribe, like.